She did it all sneaky like.
Did you see the new South Park?
Watch, we're gonna get a lot of attention probably.
Oh yeah, you're gonna drag.
Math fails. You're such an exhibitionist. Come on, that's not a very feminist attitude to be putting out there, is it? Come on, represent womanhood if you're going to do it.
His vagina. They hear me right now?
No, they can't hear you.
So they just sit there and like, this is weird. On right now. That was awesome. So people just talk shit. It's so awesome. He's a fucktard cunt. Yeah.
I got a feeling I'm gonna love this.
Oh shit.
Oh, watch out for that one, the one with the long hair.
Okay.
Gee, Remy, I thought you would have kicked him by now. What the hell? Matt Fails is talking. Wow.
You guys know you?
Define knowing me.
Like, they've done this with you before?
Oh yeah, we do this a lot.
Yeah, we done stuff. We done stuff. All kinds of fantastic.
Oh, this isn't the first time they've ever met.
No, we're not virgins.
Oh, okay, that's you not in drag.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They've seen me not in drag.
Okay, I thought these were random people.
Oh,
They could be random people.
we're all just random people. Random people. Ooh.
Why
Like black bears.
Why does that gotta be negative, man? That's all you.
I'm not sure if you heard it, because I clicked this thing. You have to click to talk. What were you guys talking about before we rudely interrupted?
Big guns.
Are you for guns, Chris?
Remy got his piece out for us. That was quite exciting.
Ooj, have you been taking any flack on the guns issue?
So to speak.
Because we did talk about that, and that's not phantasmagorical imagination. That's real stuff. That was in the 5th. So. Yeah, I thought it was about to get shot.
Yeah, I keep hearing the same arguments over and over again, though. You know, kind of defense and what's the word? Yeah, basically defense, but I just think it fails on a few levels.
Deterrence.
I don't know. I've never people never seem to get as vociferous in their arguments as they do when they're arguing for guns. I don't know. There's something underlying there. I think it's a long-standing passion of a kind of questionable nature, in my opinion. I don't know. I gave up my guns when I closed the toy box myself, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ooch. They get just as vociferous when they're arguing against them, and that's a long-standing passion as well.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but people are vociferous about arguing about slavery and lots of other social issues. I mean, guns have a consequence. You know, and in my opinion, it's a critical consequence to the future, because if you can't give up your guns voluntarily just for the sake of civilization, then civilization will fail, because you're going to have to give up more than your guns for there to be a future. The future is not going to be able to exist with a bunch of morons who want guns. That's not going to work, because then they're going to want every bit of, they're going to want fuel cells right outside their back door that somebody with a little bit of ingenuity could use to blow up a building or two. I mean, we see where it leads. Freedom's dangerous.
It's like this. It's this question of evening the score. People say, well, if you need to allow people to own the guns because otherwise the fucking criminals and the cops are going to have them anyway. So you got to even the score kind of thing, but it doesn't really hold up either, because it's not an even playing field no matter what you do, because criminals will just go out and get fucking semi-automatics or fucking whatever they need, or they'll take you by surprise, or they'll fucking take steps to avoid your being armed as part of the equation. So, like someone says, oh well, if people didn't have guns, maybe there would be less robins or more robins, because people would think they weren't going to get attacked. But I just think that's a fucking bollocks argument, because oh hello, shaved body. Uh-oh.
Well, dude, you're just arguing from intuition again. I mean, did you get nothing at all from that exchange we had a couple of weeks back? The data is not on your side, man.
What do you mean it's not on his side? Of course it is. More people are killed inadvertently by privately owned guns than who are killed that are criminals. I mean, there's no evidence that criminals are being wiped out by fucking guns. Oh, bullshit. No, Remy, bullshit on you.
How would you, Gary, how do you go about saying there's no evidence when you haven't investigated the evidence?
Well, I don't know what you mean by I haven't investigated the evidence. I've certainly seen other people that do that work, and they say this is what the end result is, that there's 15,000 people killed this way, and that there's only 4 that were actually criminals. I mean, the common example is the common. Well, no, I'm sorry. The common example is that last one that made the big news. When the woman was sitting in her house being all hysterical because some crazy guy was knocking on her fucking door, and it just happened to be that it was just a guy who was in a car accident who was drunk. Okay, and she was too lazy to try to have a conversation with him before she shot him with a shotgun.
Yeah, there's a critical detail you forgot to mention, and that is that he broke in her door and barged into her house.
Right, after he walked around her house for a fucking half an hour. 1/2 an hour trying to get this stupid bitch to listen to him, because he wasn't going to walk another 4 miles to another fucking house. He was going to make a fucking phone call, and he was going to make this bitch let him make a fucking phone call, because he was in a fucking car accident, and his fucking sister was still in the fucking car.
All right, let's not talk about that particular subject, because you're going to get irrational and angry. But
well, I'm going to get irrational and angry again when you say, I missed a critical part of the story. No, the critical part of the story is nobody who wants to do you harm is going to spend a half an hour banging on your fucking door.
all right, here's the last thing I'm going to say about the subject. A woman alone, out in the middle of the country, who suddenly is awakened by a raving lunatic who's running around her house, banging on her door, and then finally breaks in. No woman in that situation has the moral obligation to guess what his intentions are. She may assume from his actions that he means her harm. Period.
And right, and if everybody is